Gerry? What are you thinking? You're both just waiting for breakfast. Good morning, handsome. Good morning, Joe. Am I being nosy bonked, Morning, Phelan. Morning, the youngest. Good morning, Squid. Morning, Mazira. Am I in your way, Gerry? Am I in your way? Good morning, Saffron. Morning, Megalomaniac. How are you all today? How we do? Good morning, Tom. How's it going? Still got a little bit of the roadworks outside. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear them, but lots of crunchy noises. Good morning, Bulba. Good morning, Miko. Good morning, Rob. Morning, Xander. Morning, Shadow. Good morning, Hanny. Xander, what did you think of the Marbles documentary? Good morning, Monday. Morning, Kai. Morning, Carl. Morning, Nick. Mornings, you're in like the exact middle spot where I can't see you if I go either side. Morning, Bubble. Morning, Emblem. Good morning, Rob. Xander, thank you very much for the sub. Morning, Strem. Morning, Strem. Good morning. Fifi has little binkies. Yeah, there is a rich Marbles lore that I'm glad you're embracing. I never know when I suggest it to people to watch if they're going to enjoy it or not. So I'm glad you're embracing it. Good morning, Coco. How you doing? How's it going? My soul felt laid bare. Oh no. Morning, Yakaboo. I keep thinking it's Wednesday today for some reason. Even though it is the very important day of Arbdoff. We're going to play a little bit of Played Up. It's not Wednesday, my dudes. Oh, Gerry, look at your little hands. Hello. We're going to hear Anhu. You shall. You shall. You can all decide at the end if... Oh, of course, it's Pancake Day. Oh, it also means it's Rhiannon's birthday. I had a long day yesterday. It's already been a long week, so I have no idea what day it is. Oh, no. Good morning, Harvey. It's Jif Lemon Day. Well, I've got, like, lemons. Oh, hello. But yeah, I shall be doing some pancakes later. Hello, Fifi. Glad I haven't missed Taco Day. What, Taco Tuesday? Fifi, would you like your breakfast? It's golden syrup and delivery receptacle day. It'll be lemon and sugar day for me. Hello. We didn't get anything else. Sometimes we've had like chocolate spreads or something. I don't think there are. I should have a look to see if there's a mod for plate up pancakes. I was watching a random race next to my partner and he was kind of sitting there, fingers interlocked, waiting for it to finish so I would unpause. Always sunny. Aww. For the book club, which David Mitchell wrote the introduction? Well, I'm assuming it's the, I'd assume it's the author. Because it would make sense for David Mitchell, the author, to be doing a book introduction. I don't know what connection, David Mitchell would have to it. The comedian. Good morning, Limewood. Good morning, Cavish. But yeah, my assumption was it was other David Mitchell. Good morning, Kraken. Good morning to Annie and Tom as well, because I can't remember if I said good morning to you. So have a good morning anyway. And good morning, Monmouth. I saw that though. I saw that there was the version of it that had the David Mitchell introduction, and but mine still hasn't turned up at the library. And annoyingly, I tried listening to the audiobook yesterday. I tried twice, and I was like, I can't do it. I just can't do it. So I might just have to order the book today, or go into town and buy the book, and hope that I get it in time to have at least 3 days to read it. Because, yeah, I thought, whilst I've got Giulietta out, because on Mondays, Alex watches The Last of Us. So I thought, well, I can just sit with Giulietta whilst he's watching it, and I can put on the audiobook, and I'll just listen to it. Firstly, she was scared of the audiobook, which didn't help. And then, because I was watching her, I realised I was constantly going like, wait, what did it say? Wait, what? And the voice that does the audiobook is so difficult for me to listen to. So yeah. And then I tried putting it on again when I got into bed. I was like, well, I always listen to audiobooks to go to sleep, so I try and put it on now. And I was just lying there like, I can't listen to this. This is really grinding my gears. Who would be your ideal audiobook narrator? The one I'm listening to at the moment is read by Emma Thompson. She has a very lovely voice. I enjoy ones read by Stephen Fry as well. So yeah, if it was either of those two, I would happily. But then again, Stephen Fry has also done some that were very annoying to listen to. So it depends. I didn't like his Sherlock. Good morning, fish. Colin Morgan has a nice voice for the Discworld Wizard audiobooks. I didn't know Colin Morgan did those. My mate Colin. I didn't know. I started reading book club book last night, finding it tough going. Oh no. Morning, Lee. Morning, G-Volt. Rob, we're going to be the late ones, aren't we? When are you, Kirsty and Rithian, doing an audiobook? Maybe we should see if we can do like what Shadow's been doing with the old fan fiction. Oh, sorry, Fifi. Maybe we should see if Rithian wants us to read some of his old writing. Michael Sheen does the audio book for Lord of the Rings, I want to say. I think he does do audiobooks. Audiobook readers can be so hit and miss. Yeah, they really can. It's like the Last Kingdom series changed reader after 4 books. Oh, that is frustrating. If you found someone you like, some of them can be really good. Like some of the Stephen King ones are read by this guy who has such an enthralling voice. And Philip Pullman as well. Philip Pullman reads all of his own books for the audiobook versions. And he's got a very good voice. He's got a very good storytelling voice. Neil Gaiman. Oh, does Neil Gaiman tend to do his own ones too? I sometimes choose my next audiobook based on the voice actor and not the author. Yeah, honestly, it really can make a big difference. So like when I was listening to The Left Hand of Darkness last night twice, there's just something about a certain like it's very like monotone voice that makes me just not want to listen to it. And it's exactly like that. I was just like, meh. He did Sandman and Good Omens. There's always actors doing the characters. Oh, it was Andy Serkis does Lord of the Rings. Who was I reading that had... What was I looking out that Michael Sheen had done? Michael Sheen did some book that I was looking at recently. I just read the books aloud. That's how I very often get into books, if I'm struggling to get through, because it tends to be once I'm into a book, I won't have trouble reading it, but it's the getting into it initially that's the problem. So sometimes I will just read it out loud to the bunnies, and that will help me get into it. And when we first had Squeak, and you're meant to sort of like get Homs used to your voice first whilst you're getting them used to you. So I used to just go in and read to her to get her used to me. But yeah, sadly, what's their favourite book? Don't know if they've ever paid much attention. They've never been in raptures. Recording an audiobook for a friend/family member can be really fun. Oh, that does sound very lovely. Good morning, Rapping. How are you doing? Apparently Sheena's done a bit of Shakespeare audiobooks. Also, BBC Myths Reimagined. Huh. It's not either of those I was looking at. I can't remember. Morning, Dave. How you doing? Kisses from Fifi. What a lovely time to join. Not Charlie Sheen, no. Michael Sheen and Charlie Sheen are no relation. Oh, she's doing her little tappy hands to wash her face. I love the way Banuis do that. But yeah, it's probably going to be a rushed one this week. Even though I thought I was being so organised, because I literally ordered the book to the library before February started, and it's still not there. And then I looked on the library website for a copy of the book, and it says that there is one in my library, but it's being ready to be shipped elsewhere. And then there's one in a different library that's being ready to be shipped to a different library. And I'm like, are they just swapping over which library has which copy of the book? Could they not just keep the one in my library and I'll have that one? So yeah, it is. Those stretchy legs. Well, if they were secretly related, I mean, I guess if you go back far enough, they might be secretly. Well, my uncle just found out, just out of uni, he recorded himself reading The Hobbit with musical accompaniment for the songs. Oh, that sounds lovely. I used to really enjoy listening to the Lord of the Rings audiobook, the BBC one with Ian Holm, I think, was doing most of the. I think it did have other voices, but he did the narration. But yeah, that was a good one. That was very exciting as a child. But I think I just need to listen to something that's a bit gentler when I listen to audiobooks, otherwise I won't really, and it just has to have more expression in the voices, otherwise I just won't really pay attention. So yeah, this guy just had, I'm trying to think who I could compare him to. My best memories were of my mum reading Lord of the Rings to me and my brother at Advent time. Aww. In a massive cardboard box full of the cassette tapes. Oh, that's nice. But it was, whose voice can I compare? You know when someone just has a voice that's just like you're just like It's like Alex's mum sent me this video that I think was meant to be really informative. But the guy had like such a monotone voice that I could not pay attention to it. I was like, and he hadn't put like any visuals on the screen either. I was like, please, I want to learn what you're teaching me, but I just can't watch it. It was droning, yeah, very much so. So I literally got like 3 lines into Left Hand of Darkness and went, wait, what was the second line? What are they talking about? And then had to stop if I listened to it on double speed, maybe it would make the voice slightly higher. Maybe that would make it easier to listen to. Because I think you can speed it up on Audible. Or maybe there's one available on YouTube or something. Maybe it's such an old book. Maybe there's been other adaptations and such. I've been having that issue reading House of Leaves. Goes on a lot of tangents. Yeah. Good morning, Doctor. I think with some sort of books, it's good to read them in a way that you don't fully pay attention. I think sometimes it's best to, because I sometimes will get caught up in trying to have like an intense understanding of everything that's going on. And sometimes I think it's better to just read it and let as much, like, sort of let it wash over you, and some of it will stick, sort of thing. Because I found that with like the mushroom book I've been reading, because it's obviously got like a lot of the I guess would it be Latin names of things, and the language of it is very academic. So I think sometimes it's best to just be like, I'm gonna get, as long as I get the context, it's fine. Because I made that mistake with what's it called? The Charles Darwin book. I stopped reading because I would stop and look up the meaning of every single Latin word. And then that does take it out of you a lot. But then I wish it had like picture accompaniments. You could be like, oh, he means a turtle. Instead of having to know every single name that was being referred to. She did a stretchy legs again. All mushrooms are edible, some only once. True. Origin of species, yeah. Yeah. I did try reading it. I tried reading it after In the Shadow of Man. And it wasn't for me at the time. Maybe I'll give it another go. But then again, Darwin's approach to things, I guess because it's quite an outdated approach, was quite horrific to read. So maybe I'd be better off just reading like a more modern one. I think the Beagle book is the readable one, but I don't know if it's Darwin or the ship's captain. Ah. Look at these smooshies. Little smooshies. But yeah. I think there's a lot to be said for just reading the books that you're enjoying, and it's not bad to give up on books if you're not enjoying them. Because there's bound to be one that you'd enjoy more, just round the corner. But I'd just like to have a chance with this book. I'm very much not on my way to do my New Year's resolution for how many books I was gonna read this year. I've done one. I was hoping to do 2 a month, but so far it has been 1. Morning, Loboto. Good morning, Shug. Because I was hoping to read one. Don't think you're supposed to enjoy On the Origin of Species, though. Well, I mean, there's different types of enjoyment. You can enjoy something just because you find it interesting. Origin of Species, like I say, though, is just quite brutal. It's like, it's literally just like, I turned up on an island, I didn't know what this was, so I threw it on the ground, and then I threw it at the wall to see what would happen, and you're like, oh my gosh, stop. Please stop. Then I poked it with a stick. Didn't like any of it. As long as Gerry doesn't show us the origin of a new bunny in a minute. Well, he doesn't know which end. The origin of species and how I ended them, pretty much Pretty much. Kermit, thank you for the follow. I've only read the bit about artificial selection. Oh no. Oh no. Old style biologists are a bit unhinged. They really were. They really were. And I guess the sad thing is that's how we learned a lot about stuff, is from people just going up and being like, what's this? I'll call it a turtle. I kicked it. Okay, now what? I'll throw it in a tree. No, drop it out of a tree. Just leave the turtles alone. Oh. Yeah, it really is like that. I threw it on the ground. Morning, Mexicos. How are you doing? Oh, so I finally have, after some confusion, I have all of the Minecraft files from our first session of Minecraft. So I'm gonna have a play around with it today as a bit of fun. See how the heck these editors do this magical thing of turning 3 hours into 20 minutes. Yeah. My main worry is that I think I have two main worries. Probably three. But one of the audio files corrupted, so I think I'm only going to have to use the Discord audio, which isn't, that's like a lot of talking over each other. And then also I don't know if we all had the Minecraft music on our perspectives. So I don't know if it's just going to be 3 different musics playing at 3 different times. So we shall see. We shall see. Same with discovering food. Is this poison? Yes. What if we cook it? Still yes? Okay. Maybe Dave will be okay. Yeah. It's like when you find out, when you see things that are like, about certain types of mushrooms or fish and stuff. And I'm like, how many people had to go through this before they realized, yeah, no, we really shouldn't eat this. It's been bad every time. I'm a big fan of older travel writers. If you fancy a more kind biologist, I recommend Evelyn Cheeseman. Ah, okay. I did enjoy Jane Goodall's In the Shadow of Man. I mean, that has some, like, the last half of that is brutal. Like, it lures you in with these lovely, interesting stories, and then all of a sudden it just kicks off about halfway through. But it is very good. It is very good. She's chimpanzees, not gorillas. Gorillas was, I can't remember her name. Wasn't there a turtle that basically got eaten into extinction? Yeah, I think they just took loads back on a ship. There's a technique where you taste a plant, you rub it against the back of your hand, you get a reaction, then it's not good for you. Jane Fossey. Yeah. Yeah, but I do enjoy those sorts of books. And I need to read 24. Well, I need to read 23 more this year. Well, 12 of those are going to be... So I need to read 11 books. Because 12 of them are going to be book club books. Well, unless we end up missing December again. But there's plenty of time for reading books. It'll be fine. I'll probably get there. And to be honest, if I do like 20, I'll still be pleased. Anything between 12 and 24 will be good. Yeah. It'll be fine. I was so confident of the book arriving in time when I ordered it back in January that I even ordered an extra book because I was like, I can read both of these in February. But no. Didn't happen. Because there's like a book of, a list of books called Cozy Fantasy that we got one of our books from last year that I really enjoyed. So I was like, I might just read through all of this list because it is very nice. Big favourite Zoo Quest for a Dragon, which is David Attenborough. You can't help but read it hearing his voice. I wonder if he does the audiobook. Attenborough going out to find the Komodo dragon. You get the feeling that David Attenborough's always been very respectful when he goes out, but what if we suddenly find out that there's been, like, in his youth, he was just as bad or something? I don't know if I could take it. Boop. Oh my gosh, that wasn't even touching skin. Fifi, your floof is so dense around there. I just got 2 alpacas and I'm saying, wait, what? IRL alpacas? David Attenborough who kicked a tackled. No, he was never Darwin bad. Okay. Yes, IRL. Are they friends? Are they friends or are they relations? I guess they can be both. He tickled Cattles, he did. I think David Attenborough's vegetarian now. So hopefully he's not gonna go around snacking on wildlife anytime soon. They're a bit shy. Aww. Little friends. Don't know if I've ever met an alpaca. I've met a llama. I don't think I've met an alpaca. Depends what people think of the whole collecting animals for zoos. Yeah, we were talking about this the other day. How it's difficult to know the difference between the good zoos and the bad zoos. Hello. The ones who... What are you doing? The alpacas I've met are much better. Yeah, I think, isn't it that alpacas can't spit as well? Whereas llamas will. Can't remember if that's... I met a very bad-tempered llama once in Cornwall. More biologists would be like, Stephen Fry the kakapo, yeah. Hello, Fifi. I'm being clambered upon. It's funny, when Alex and I were talking about, like we always used to try and get Genevieve to jump on our backs when we were like, oh, look at her stretchy leg. When we were knelt down, and she just wouldn't really do it, and then we couldn't get Gerry to do it. So when Fifi did it for the first time, we were like, oh! Oh, Kakapo is the Gerry of the bird world. Yeah. He's very gentle. He's very gentle. The Last Chance to See TV series is such a mix of... Oh, yeah, like, to be honest, those sorts of, like, nature documentaries, they're, like, such a emotional roller coaster. It's like when you're watching them and you're seeing, like, you follow the gazelle or whatever, and then the mean old lion comes along and you're like, no, don't let them get them. And then the next episode is them following the lions and you see how hungry the lions are, and then you're like, go on, get that gazelle. And you're like, it's just, they're so good at getting you to be behind whichever one they're focusing on at the time. They are very well done. And the one about, like, Gerry. Good morning, Sir John. Not managing to catch many morning streams, but popping in when I can. Ah, it's lovely of you to stop by. It's like wasn't there one about like a baby elephant or something, and people were like horrified by this. I think people were scarred for life by this baby elephant that gets stuck in mud or something. I never saw that one. Oh, Fifi. Fifi, what doing? Fifi. Holly, thank you very much for the 4 months. 4 months of brownie bun love. Yay. Don't I remember you talking about a TV horse or something with an emotional support animal? Oh, yeah, no, the horse was scared of... the horse was scared of camels, and we were filming with a llama, and llamas and camels smell the same to horses. So the horse needed an emotional support horse to go along with him whilst he was filming with the llama. So that he could be brave and go in and see it. Fifi, you're the one not doing crime at the moment. You're being very well behaved. Good morning, Sorovic. Well, if they gave camels deodorant, I don't know. It's I don't know why camels smell so scary, and I guess also llamas smell so scary to horses. I guess maybe it's just like an instinctual thing, but I don't know why. Would horses and camels have ever naturally have come into contact? Gerry, no, come here. Thank you. Do you still have some in your mouth? Gerry? Gerry? Good morning, Milo. I think he's okay. I always remember the one with the flamingo with mud on its egg where they broke their non-interference rule to rescue it. It must be so difficult, like honestly. It must be so difficult for like if you're just filming something to not interfere. If it's something that's easily interferable with, like if something is just a bit stuck or something, you must just want to be like, can I just go and help it, please? Gerry always looks a little bit startled, bless him. I don't know why he's got it in for the carpet today. Unless they had Darwin reincarnated. Yes, true. Oh. Either they're collecting the bins outside or someone's just kicked our bin over. Let's hope it's the first one. I wasn't sure if they were going to come and get it today. It might be someone kicking it over. It might be. But yeah, I would find it very difficult not to go and help. Like that whole thing about the, morning chef. The whole thing about, oh, what was it? Which documentary is it? I think it's a Werner Herzog one with the penguin that just goes insane and just walks off. And I was like, oh, wouldn't you just want to go and help the little penguin? He's just like, he will keep walking until he dies. He's just like, oh, okay. That's not okay, Werner. I did a little dive on horses. Being animals that flee rather than flight rely heavily on scent to warn them of danger. Apparently camels have such solid odour that this makes the horses unable to make out anything else. That's their survival instinct kicks in. Ah. That's very clever. Well done, horses. Morning, bee. Also, isn't there a thing about how you can only train horses to fall over one way? So when they do big like cavalry scenes, you have to space out which horses are going to fall which way, because otherwise they would all just fall over the same way. Which I guess if it was spaced out enough, you might not notice. I always worry when I see horses in films. I feel bad for them. I like that one clip of the penguin chicks in a standoff with the big petrel, and then this one other angry, different bird of penguins just comes charging out of nowhere and chases it off. Isn't there some tweet that Kim did that just crops up every now and then, or like a Reddit post or something of, it's like two groups of penguins meet, and then one penguin goes off with the wrong group, and the mate has to go, one of the penguins has to go over and be like, oh mate, you're with us, and then he goes over, and Kim did a Reddit post just being like, ah, what an idiot or something, and every now and then it gets shared. Oh, it does worry me though when I see horses falling over, because it the viral "you Muppet" tweet. I do worry about horses. They seem to be built so sturdily and yet collapse so quickly. Bless them. Bless them. Gerry, do you want your coriander? Do you want to eat your soup? Horses also worry a lot. True. Be real. I can't be real right now. I'm working. Oh, it is the bin. It's not someone just kicking it over. That's nice. That's nice. Here you go, Gerry boy. Hopefully you can hear the munching over the sound of the bin lorry. Hello, Chronicle. Well, that seemed fairly evenly divided. That went so quickly, buddy. Oh, Manushkis. Hello. Where did it go? A very brief interlude. To be fair, you're already on stream, that should count. That's true. I am showing what I'm doing. I'll just have to do a late B-roll. It dobs you in if you do it late, though. I like that one comedian's joke about how they wanted to be a horse because horses can stand in the street and do a poo, and yet everyone will gather around and call you magnificent. They are magnificent. I mean, they're scary, but they're magnificent horses. Even the little ones are still quite scary. I can't help now. Anytime I think of Fifi, I think of you calling her Fifi Fuffernuts. That is her full name. Is Fifi Fuffernuts. You're allergic to them. Oh, you're allergic to horses. Oh. I worked with Shire horses once, and they are so huge. Like, hello. You're choosing to sit directly in between the chair legs. And they just want to be doing all the time. Like, they can't really relax. They just wanted to be working all the time. Gerry, what are you doing? Why have you got it in for the rug so much today? If you do it directly after bun stream, your B-reel is you crawling on the floor looking at buns. I think everyone would know you were doing a bun stream. Very often that is my B-reel. It's just me on the floor looking at the bunnies. I found out, surrounded by horses. It was not a good time. A family friend looks after horses and took us to visit. Oh no, it's like Silas. Silas is allergic to horses. My subconscious peasant brain is distrustful of horses and what rides them. That's fair dues. The irony that Shire horses are so big when they only had to carry hobbits, yeah. I do like Shetland ponies. The little ones. What are the really small ones? They're called like Arabella or something? Farabella? They're like the smallest breed of horse, and they're absolutely tiny. Those are very cute. You get mini donkeys as well. If we had a bigger garden, I would be really tempted to get a miniature horse. So it's probably a good thing that we don't. Morning, you've ridden a Shire horse? Does it not just hurt your falabellas? Does it not just hurt? Well, actually, I mean, that question sounded pretty much exactly what I was trying to ask. Does it not just really stretch your legs apart when you ride a Shire horse? That seems like too far. Although I don't imagine riding horses is the most comfortable thing anyway. Oh, if the horse is miniature enough, you only need a small garden. He was a girthy boy. It's like in Red Dead, I used to have a Shire horse called Big Boy. And with the character model was always so ridiculous whenever they were riding him. Just ride, oh yeah, you could ride side salad. Have one of those special side salad saddles with the little bit in the middle for hooking your leg over. There's a clip of someone riding a Shetland pony, but they're actually on roller skates. Aww. Oh. The side salad, yeah. When you put both your legs over the same side, so as not to be unladylike. If society made any sense, it would be men who rode side salad. In what sense? To stop the man spreading. Why is it called side salad? There was this show. I can't remember what the show was. It's Side Saddle, but there was a show that used to have this. It was like an impressionist show. I can't remember the name of the comedian who did it, but they had Posh and Bex were like two of the characters on it. Not actual David Beckham and Victoria Beckham, but it was like people doing impersonations of them, and it was them trying to pretend that they were actually super posh. So they were always getting stuff wrong, and one of the things that they would do was call it side salad, and the other one was there was a scene where they're having dinner, and David Beckham's like, "What's this?" And she's like, "It's mange tout, David." So every time we have mange tout, we'd always be like, "It's mange tout, David." Oh, I cannot remember what the show was, but it's one of those references that just lives on in our family. But yeah, that's why it's called side salad. It's silly. I feel like that must be a very Alistair McGowan. Yes, that was it. That was it. Oh my gosh, I've not heard that name in years. Yes. Harry Enfield did also do. He did the one. He was the considerably richer than Yao one, which I guess is in the similar vein. Yeah. Well, riding bikes is similarly uncomfortable, but I don't know if riding a bike or riding a horse is better or worse. I've not ridden a horse since I was a child, so I don't really remember. Loads of people at the vet had horses though. They were always like, I'd be like, I rolled out of bed and then I was within work within 20 minutes. And they'd be like, I got up at 4 a.m. to go to the stables and to dung out the horse and make sure they were okay. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's just too much. Do you not value sleep? Hello. I can actually see your face now you've come out the other side. And yours. Hello. Sniffer. Bikes are great, but I always get to that point where if you've been riding for like more than an hour and you're like, oh, things hurt that shouldn't hurt. Hello. I have been tempted to. Do you know, I was talking to my parents recently. I was like, oh, I really, I said, I really want to start driving lessons this year so I can come and see you more. And my mum was like, oh, no, like, cars are expensive. Don't worry about that. I'm like, do you not want me to come and see you more, mum? But, I was saying, like, she was like, could you not just get a bike instead? And I was like, well, no, because the reason I would need to is if I need to take the bunnies anywhere. And they're like, oh, you can get those bikes that have the little things that you pull along on the back. Like a little tent. You could just have the bunnies in there. I was like, I don't really know if I would trust other drivers with the bunnies in a little like sidecar or whatever. Poor little Banooies. Well, once riding a motorbike that's very heavy, I turned in a car park that was full of mud. Bike slipped. Oh no! Pretty sure I dislocated my hip. That sounds owie. That do sound owie. I don't really get to pain. My butt goes numb long before. Instead of bikes, you should get the pedal car, like in the Chuckle Brothers, or get the what is it, the Flintstones car. It's very environmental. But yeah, I would like to learn to drive this year. But I guess the cost does add up. But then it would give me more freedom to go home every now and then, and that would be nice, even if my mum doesn't think so. It'd be nice for me. Nice for me to go home and see them. Can you imagine that mane flowing in the wind? Oh. Because at the moment, is he infinite fluff? He is. I hate driving. My sister loved it. Yeah. I guess there's some people who have driven for years and they still just find it stressful. Morning, Ginger. But the trains are just too scary. And to be honest, the trains are so expensive these days that I don't know if you even save anything for getting them. So, I mean, I've not got a train back to my hometown for like, I guess it would have been pre the bad times. It's probably been like 4 years. And even then, it was costing like £76. So I dread to think like how much it would cost now, given that the train prices go up every year. London gives the spicy train prices, yeah. Picturing your ma handing the DVLA money under the table to fail you. It's like, please. She finally moved away. But yeah, I will give it a go this year. I've already got to the stage of doing my test. So I've done it before. Well, I obviously failed it before. But I got to the stage of doing my test. And then it was literally like just before I moved to Bristol. And do you know, the bit I'm most scared about, which doesn't even make sense, is doing my theory again. Because I passed my theory the first time way back when. But it seems to have changed so much now that I'm like, oh my gosh, what if I don't do it the first time now? What if I've turned into a big dummy dum-dum in that time? But I think it has just changed a lot. Like, Cosy was reading out questions for it the other day, and I was thinking, why do you even need to know this? It was stuff like, how much money will you save if you drive at this speed rather than at this speed? How much petrol consumption we have? And I was like, that's not the highway code. I guess it's good to know, but that doesn't seem like essential to be able to drive a car. I passed second time. When I got back to the test centre, someone else had failed, slammed the car door and smashed their instructor's car window. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I got to the point of my test and then I couldn't find my licence on the day and they wouldn't let me take it. No. That's stinky. It's really annoying how train policy is either planned holiday or expense business travel and no in between. Yeah. You found the hazard avoidance test easier and more obvious than the practice ones. Huh. I wish I didn't have to redo it. But just because I've left it for so long, it's obviously expired. I passed it the 7th time and then my test expired over COVID and I gave up. Oh no. Oh. But yeah, hopefully I can do it this year. Bye bye, Harvey. Have a lovely day. My friend found his test when pulling back into the test centre at the end and almost ran someone over. Annoyingly, I failed mine because I stalled on a hill. They wanted me to go up this hill and it was this steep hill that had cars either side of it and I kept on having to stop to let other cars through. And then I did it like perfectly twice. And then on the third time, I stalled. And because there was a car behind me, they were like, oh, you've like impaired another driver now. So that's a fail. And I was like, oh, but what about the other times when I did it perfectly? It was not in an automatic, but I'm tempted to learn in an automatic this time. Because I'm not that fussed about it not being automatic. I'd happily just drive automatic. If you're not doing yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is limits you so much in buying cars. Well, to be honest, like most people I know drive automatics now anyway. So I'm a bit like, well, they seem to be slightly more economical in terms of petrol use anyway. Because it's not like you can, you're not over revving or anything when you're learning to change gears and such. So yeah, I would happily just do automatic just for ease. I think my anxiety helps me with driving, as I always assume everything is trying to kill me. Oh, that's what my dad said. My dad was like, just imagine everyone else on the road is an idiot when you're driving. It's like, okay. I did my test on Halloween. I was just like a zombie robbing because I had a party to go to. I thought I failed since I left fake blood all over my instructor's car. But I would like to learn this year. The only problem is obviously it costs a lot of money, so I don't know if I'll be able to afford to. But I would like to. I would like to try. My wife failed her hazard perception test for seeing too many dangers. Oh, there's a man walking down the road. What if he's a murderer? He could be a hazard. I'm gonna flag him up. The hazard perception bit's actually quite fun because it's just like a game. It's like when you get to do the thing at the opticians where you like click every time you see a dot. That feels just like a good game. What if that man jumps out in front of me? I've seen one person in my lifetime who owned a manual. Everyone was automatic. Yeah. Yeah, see, this is the thing. It's one of those things that at this point I'm a bit like, if it means I could pass quicker, I would happily just do automatic. But yeah, it would be nice to be able to go home easier. Because especially with like, hello. Especially with Alex being vulnerable and stuff. That's the real, like, I'm happy to get the train. But in these times, it's just quite worrying suddenly being exposed to so many people and such. So yeah, I think if I could just know that it was only me that I was interacting with on a journey, for the sake of both ways, actually, like going to see family, you want to protect them, and coming home, you want to protect. Wear a hazmat suit on the train. So yeah, I think for those reasons I can't imagine me being the sort of person who would just drive everywhere, but because to be honest, Bristol is a ball ache for driving and parking. Alex is, yeah. So that's why we've just avoided getting trains for, well, I guess since 2020 now. So yeah, it would be a lot easier. But also for getting the bunnies to the vet, I think that's the other main thing, is just being able to get them there. Because honestly, this is turning into a rant now. Uber have done this thing where they've got Uber Pet now. So other Ubers won't pick you up if you have pets. But no one goes on Uber Pet. So you literally wait for like an hour for someone to pick you up. And then sometimes they just don't turn up. So it is not practical to get these little ones transported around anywhere at the moment. Because I can sort of understand it if it was like doggos or something. You know, animals that are going to actually be sat on the seats and able to scratch the seats or whatever. But when it's just a banui in a carrier, you're like, what are they gonna do? It's fine. It's just a little banui. Like the fact I had to get an Uber Pet when I took Squeak to the vet in her tiny carrier. I was like, really? What do you think she's gonna do? I was tempted to like at first I did get a non-Uber Pet, and the guy was really like, you really should get Uber Pet if you're gonna be having an animal in with you. I'm like, what? She could literally fit in my pocket. Fifi. Hang on, Gerry. Fifi's doing crime. Well. Ugh. It is time for me to... No, Fifi. Head off. Fifi. Cat, Meg, G. So, should we go to Sapphire? Because we went to Cat instead yesterday. So let's go to see... Let's go to see Sapphire. Stop. What doing? Stop criming. Stop criming. Well, yeah, let's go off and see Sapphire. I'm guessing is probably doing Minecraft at this time. Fifi. But I will be back at 2 with our very own little baby Anhul. It's take your mod child to work day. So I'll be keeping an eye on Anhul and teaching him how to play it up. Well, no, he already knows. He already knows how to play. But yeah, he says he's not played since October. But yes, everyone, I hope you all have very lovely days. I'll see some of you later. And some of you, where is the boy? Hello. Look at your little pile of fluff that I've stolen from your bum. Yeah, I hope you all have very lovely days. And take care. I'm going to go and see if I can tackle this Minecraft malarkey. I'm going to jump straight in and hope it goes okay. But yeah, take care, everyone. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye. Is that a nice toffee, Gerry? Oh, you've got a little tuft right under your chin. Oh, I really want to get that, but you would get so angry with me. Oh. Oh. It's right there. Look at it. Wriggling up and down. Oh. Rain gone. Thank you. Bye-bye.